Well, Valhalla are still washing in their millions. And there's a lot of seabirds that have showed up. These are all just gulls, but there's also a lot of pelicans around. But interestingly also, there is another whale. This one's been here for a while. I've been out here in a couple of days. So this one is new. Looks like it's kind of old, like it's been in the water a long time. Some genius came along and cut off its tail. Hell of a souvenir, I guess. With some of the local vultures waiting for me to get out of the way. So this is another humpback whale, the third humpback whale this year to get beached. Shocking. There's a good look at the baleen in his mouth. I don't know why anyone has come and cut strips off the thing. But yeah, this one has been dead for quite a while. Again, humpbacks coming ashore on this shore are pretty darn rare. There's been 3 of them this year. All for now. This whale's tail that somebody cut off of that whale. I mean, I don't know who would do this. They're not very smart. It'll get you 7 to 10 years in a federal penitentiary. But I notice here on this whale that there's all this marks at the base of its tail here. Looks like it's been bound with rope, heavy rope or cable. That is gouged into the flesh, like it's been towed or got tangled up in something. I don't know. There's no sign of what that could be, but that's kind of a lot of damage. I wanted to say something about the baleen in this whale's mouth. If people don't know, I imagine there's plenty of people that don't know. And that's how a whale eats, at least a humpback whale like this. First of all, these whales aren't that common on this shoreline. I mean, they're around, but they're less common in other species. And they migrate all the way up from northern Mexico to the Alaska, up into the Alaskan waters. Anyway, when they eat, they don't have teeth. They have this baleen, so they take a great mouthful of water, close their jaw, and then take their giant tongue and push the water back out of their mouth through the baleen. And you can see it's kind of hairy, and it acts as a filter then, you see. So after they've pressed all the water back through this out of their mouth, then they wipe off the back of the baleen with their tongue and swallow all the tiny creatures that might have been captured in that mouthful of water. And then they take another mouthful of water and filter the next batch. What this means is that over the days and months and years, a tremendous volume of seawater gets filtered through this baleen. And when I see that, I say, these days, ooh, what a nice place to take a radiation reading. So, right now, the reading is, let's see that. 0.10, which is a little high. The normal background Radiation in this region is 0.07, maybe 0.08. So we're a little higher right now in this area. So I'm going to go take it very close to the baleen and see if we get any reading differences. I'm not touching it, but I'm right on it here. The beeps you hear are what serve as clicks in a Geiger counter. Each beep is a quantum disintegration. A little zap of radiation flying through the detector here. I don't see any differences happening at all. When they talk about the hundreds of tons of radiation polluted water coming out of Fukushima reactors, it's really not even a drop in the bucket compared to the volume of water that's in the ocean. But this whale has filtered, God, I wouldn't want to guess how many tons of water through its mouth. And I don't see any indication here. In fact, it just went down to 0.08, which is normal background level. I don't see any indication that there's been any exposure here. Of course, this is not the most scientific test. An actual test would involve removing some of the flesh and making thin sections of it and running it through all sorts of tests. But this open air test shows that there's no real problem here. Now we got down to 0.07. So there you go. Today's radiation report. Thank you for watching.